Many people consider the final mission, American Venom, for Red Dead Redemption 2 probably one of the best endings in any Rockstar games of all time. Many people debate it between the original ending, where Jack Marston gets his revenge on Edgar Ross for killing John Marston. They compare it to that, or even to the endings of GTA 4. And so in this video, this is going to be a very long video by the way, but this video we're going to be trying to explain most of the things that happen in American Venom. The symbolism and, Micah, rats, John Marston's change, and how this mission, this very simple final mission to a game, made the man we see in Red Dead Redemption. This is the final mission, American Venom, I believe, is what made John Marston, John Marston.
Love it. Abigail, dear, what's for dinner?
What's for dinner? Away with you, you no-good parasite. You cook.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
John, come out here.
Hey, John. Abigail.
Sadie.
Charles. I found him. I found Micah.
No.
I got a lead. One of his boys wanted for murdering a woman. Been seen drinking in Strawberry. If we can get to him, he'll lead us to Micah. But I gotta go now. You coming?
No. He's not coming.
I will.
That's your business. His business is here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll ride with you.
No, I'm begging you. No! You risk all this? For what? For Micah?
All this? All this wouldn't exist if it weren't for Arthur, Sadie, and all the folks as fell. If I let him go, this place ain't no more real than one of Jack's dragons.
I'm begging you.
And I'm begging you to understand. This is it. This is...
Please.
Please try to... I ain't got no other choice. Keep an eye on the place for me.
Of course.
Please.
Let's go kill this son of a bitch then.
So, let's break down what we just saw in that cutscene, as there's a lot of things that we can basically find from the cutscene. So, the Marston family and uncle, they're about to have supper from what we basically have gathered, and they're about to when Charles Smith calls for John. He's with Sadie, and she tells John that she found out the location of one of Micah Bell's boys. He apparently has been hiding in Strawberry. She then offers John to go and help join her and Charles on killing Micah. Abigail doesn't want John to go, but John felt differently. This then causes Abigail to beg John not to go, as she pretty much thinks John's gonna die up there. You'll have to wait till 1911 for that one, Abigail. John then explains to Abigail that all of the stuff that they have right now, Beecher's hope, a somewhat normal life, them pretty much engaged, being married, all of that wouldn't be for Arthur's sacrifice at the end of chapter 6, depending if you went honorable or dishonorable. Abigail then tries to persuade John not to go even more, but John, he just goes at his own free will. He then begs Uncle to keep an eye on the place. Abigail then cries as a result, and a nice little bit of symbolism is when Abigail is crying, if you look very carefully on her shoulder, you can see Uncle patting her on the shoulder, and it's kind of nice to see when characters that don't really get along, like Uncle and Abigail, they don't really have like the best of relationships, they're more name call this, name call that. It's more like that, pretty much. It's kind of nice to see with characters that have had a long history with each other to not really liking each other too much, sort of try and comfort those when they're in a time of stress or in a time of need. So, let's get into the next bit of breaking down this mission.
Come on, let's get to Strawberry before he dries out.
Which one of Micah's boys is it?
Clayton,
Which one was Cleet? The big one or the little one?
the one with the rat face.
My memory is they both had rat faces.
The little bastard with the rat face then.
Him? Yeah, he'll talk.
You're damn right he will. We owe this to Arthur.
Revenge. That might be something he could have understood.
This ain't just revenge. It's about stopping the man.
I hear you're taking bounties now.
And I hear you're building houses.
Mm-hmm. When I'm not killing old friends.
Hell, nowadays I'm almost always killing old friends. Old friends and new. Ain't that right, John?
Seems that way.
You interested in bounty hunting, Charles? My last assistant was put out to pasture.
No, that work ain't for me. I think I might get out of here. Go north. Canada. Find a woman. Start a family, if I can. See how that life... Well, I'd like to try it.
Woo-wee, John. You've given him the family bug.
I thought we would have inspired him to a life of celibacy and isolation.
You know, I've been thinking I might get out of here too. Down South America, maybe? It's wild, but less mean, I guess. I'd run protection for a gold mine, or take up with a handsome revolutionary. I don't know. Something. See something else, at least.
That all sounds good.
Yeah, it all sounds real fine. But we got some business to take care of first. Okay, Strawberry, this is it. We leave our horses by the bridge, then we find it.
So, let's break down the conversation that they just had down there. So, when you leave Beach with Hope, you then have a little bit of a conversation with Sadie and Charles, and they mention about Arthur. There are two lines about Arthur during the conversation, from either Charles and Sadie. Now, depending on high honor, Charles mentions how Arthur wouldn't approve of them three going down to Mount Hagen pretty much to ice Micah. But if you do it with low honor, like in the example in this clip, Charles says that Arthur might understand going for revenge on killing Micah and getting their revenge ultimately. And we then learn a little bit about Charles and Sadie. Sadie wants to move away, go somewhere else, while Charles, he decides that he's gonna go and settle down the outlaw gunslinging life and move to Canada, start a family if he could, and pretty much live a normal life, similar to John. Which then Sadie remarks, saying, John gave him the family bug. I guess, Charles wants to have a family. Sadie can't really have a family now. Her husband got capped in the first mission anyway. But, yeah. After this long, interesting conversation where we learn a little bit about what their plans are post-American Venom, we then go to Strawberry to find Cleet.
I'll head him off.
Can't escape us, Cleve. Ain't no point in trying.
Come here, Freddy. Huh? He got past.
Oh, Clint, remember us? Joe, you gonna take a turn?
Hey, we're all buddies, ain't we?
Sure, Sadie. With pleasure. Now, where's Micah?
Micah, I ain't seen him. No.
You little... Where is he? Where is he? Wait. Where's Micah?
I don't know. I ain't seen him. We fell out. And you know what? I'm bored of this. Let's hang the bastard.
What? Good idea.
Oh, wait, hold on. Bring him up to the gallows.
Don't dig your heels in.
Drag him over here.
No, stop it!
Move! I keep moving.
Stop this!
Move!
Stop! No, you stay away.
Climb!
Listen to me.
You heard the lady. Get up there!
Come here, you bastard. Move it! Come on, move! Here, I want you stood right here. Still. All right, string the no-good murdering bastard up.
Let's try this again. Where's Mike?
Now being put on the hangman's rope, Cleet has two options. To either tell John, Sadie, and Charles the location of Micah, or to swing. Upon being pressured by John and Sadie, he eventually talks.
Wait. He's up in the mountains. I think he's up in Mount Hagen. He got a whole gang now. Bad man. Doing bad things. I tried to stop him from murdering that little girl. We fell out. Honest. Please, I'm one of the good guys.
Hang him.
No. Don't do that, John.
I can't do it, Sadie. Not like this.
Thank you, John. No. Come on now. You won't ever see me again.
I said hang him. As you wish. Oh, Jesus. Piece of shit. Let's move on. Come on. A little rat said Mount Hagen.
It's a long ride. Let's finish this.
Micah, we're coming for you.
Yeah!
We all ready? This pass will take us up into the high mountains.
Lead the way.
They then get closer than ever before to Micah's base.
There's an old watchtower up
When
there they might be using for a
all
camp.
of a sudden, at one point halfway through the journey, climbing the mountain, Charles is shot by a sniper. Sadie and John look for cover as fast as they could. They go check on Charles for a second and then hide.
John, be careful. Where is this bastard? Stay low. We gotta get closer to it. We'll move up. Rock by rock when we get the giants. Short runs. A bit of ground every time. Okay? Come on. Yep, I'm moving. I can lose you too. Get behind there. There. Hey, you're okay. You're okay.
I will be. But go on. Go on now. Move fast. They'll come down that hill and kill us all.
Come on, John.
I don't want to leave him.
Hey, they know we're coming now. I will be fine. I'll follow you up. I just can't move fast.
Okay.
Come on, John.
Shit.
So, at this point in the mission, we are closer than ever before than seeing the John Marston wing thee in the very first Red Dead Redemption. And I gotta say, when I first played this mission and I saw the scene that happens after fighting with Sadie through the endless waves of Micah Bell's men, I gotta say, it was the best. This is the best scene in any game I've played in a while, and it's a beautiful scene. But let's get into explaining this scene first before I get sidetracked. John and Sadie are at the point of no return. They are fighting through endless waves of Micah Bell's men, and they are so close to finding the main base, but they ain't there yet. John and Sadie keep fighting, but noticeably they are getting a little bit worn out. Sadie at one point is injured by a gunshot.
Micah Bell, we're here for ya. We can't get trapped down here.
Sadie! Shit! Look out!
John then covers Sadie, as he's then worried about her getting attacked. When, speaking of getting attacked, this next cutscene plays.
Get your hands off her!
The two are saved by Charles. Sadie, badly wounded from being stabbed in the gut,
You alright?
is pretty much unable to join John. John helps her up,
Bleeding pretty bad.
Ain't nothing.
You should sit down.
I'm fine.
You're dying.
I'll be fine.
Just sit. It's okay.
I ain't dying. I ain't.
I hope not.
I ain't dying. Go get him. I'll be fine. I just need to rest.
Okay. Charles, stay with her.
Charles, you worry about
and
yourself.
then
I'll be up there in a minute.
the scene happens.
But I got something to take care of, sure.
Just you left, is it?
Yeah. Just me. I was kind of hoping I could kill you.
Likewise.
This scene is where the original John Marston from Red Dead Redemption is born. People might disagree with me, but I think that this scene during the mission American Venom is where we meet the original John Marston. The John Marston from 2010. The family man. The man that was pressured by the government to kill his former gang members. And I truly will say, if you don't do this mission using only John's cattleman, you haven't experienced the mission in the best way possible. As the symbolism of John using his cattleman in this mission is truly beautiful. As it shows that it is John Marston. It ain't some random guy off the street. It is John Marston. And I love this scene. Many people will probably say that this is a good scene, but there are probably better scenes out there in a Rockstar game. But I say this is probably the best scene in Red Dead Redemption 2. 8 years in development, and this scene, John just going in, fighting his way through waves and waves of Micah Bell's men, is truly beautiful. The sight of John using his cattleman is, in my opinion, the best way to do this mission. It is truly the best way to do this mission, in this part of the mission, at least. If you also notice in this mission, John Marston is wearing the hat that he was given in Arthur Morgan's final mission in Chapter 6, Red Dead Redemption. He's wearing Arthur Morgan's hat, and the symbolism of that I kinda like. It shows that John is basically kind of taking Arthur with him to finish the journey. To finish the long journey of Red Dead Redemption 2 story. And another nice little bit of symbolism. Final mission on the mountain. First missions on the mountains. If anyone's ever noticed that, shout out to you. Getting closer and closer to Micah's base. John is almost ready to kill the man that ratted him and his colleagues out so long ago.
Micah, are you over there? Hey, Micah!
Another trivia about this mission is that, if you actually didn't notice, this is actually a remake of the original Red Dead Redemption theme. You can also hear it in the mission Jim Milton Rides Again. Upon arrival of Micah's fort, you can actually see a rat leaving it. This symbolism is that showing that Micah was the rat, and I kinda really like it.
Hello, Scarface. Did you miss me?
Not much.
Been a few years. How's that, whore of yours?
She's good. Didn't reckon I should waste my time killing you. But I felt different.
So it seems. Well, maybe after all this is over, I'll go pay her a call. And the boy.
Whatever you say.
So let's break down what we saw just there with Micah and John and their little interaction. So, it's been a few years. It's been 8 or 9 years since John and Micah last properly saw each other. And understandably, John is livid. He really just wants to kill Micah. And he even says that he felt differently when talking about how Abigail didn't want him to go. Micah, fueling John's anger even more, remarks by saying that he'll visit them after he has killed John.
I got more men coming, John! You just run away!
I look forward to meeting them.
Run while you can, John!
I'm just fine here.
Did I get you? Almost! I'll make you rich! Real rich! Oh, John! It's just here! Take a look!
Come on now, Micah. At least die like a man.
Hellfire. It's just like old times.
Come on. You turn around and start walking.
You got me! Just like old times. All manner of folk paying social calls.
Hello, son. Mrs. Adler. It's been quite a while.
Now, John. Now. What were you saying?
In that very cutscene, seeing Dutch Van der Linde return is quite a surprise to many, knowing what happens in the final mission of Arthur's side of the story. Dutch learns of Micah's betrayal through Arthur telling him that he talked to Milton. But yet Dutch, for some reason, went back to Micah. Now why is that? Later on in the mission, Dutch, he then says to John, when John questions him why he's up there, he says the line, "Same as you, I suppose." Many people theorize that that possibly means that he's either up there for the money, or he's up there to join John and Sadie and Charles on killing Micah. Thing is, Dutch's main plan from the beginning on the inside was to kill Micah post Red Dead Redemption. Although he didn't want to show it because he was stuck with Javier, Bill, Cleet, Joe and Micah, on the inside, even after Arthur tries to explain to Dutch about Micah's betrayal, on the inside, he really wants to kill Micah. And many people have even said he had a perfect opportunity in both sides, whether you go for the money or help John. Honorable or dishonorable. Low honor, high honor. No money, with money. You get that. You get that kind of thing. Dutch Van der Linde greatly wanted to kill Micah, and the reason why he went up to Mount Hagen was to kill Micah. People wonder, why did he do that? And other people will also say, well, doesn't this kind of bugger up the Red Dead timeline, considering John says in the first game he hasn't seen Dutch for years? No. It's a big fat no. Because I believe the reason why John says he hasn't seen Dutch for many years is that he tries to forget what happens in American Venom. My evidence to support it is that in a random event that can happen at Beecher's Hope, Jack talks about Arthur. Abigail explains to Jack that John doesn't like talking about the past life, and he just wants to move on. Hence why John ends up saying to Edgar Ross or Bonnie McFarlane in the first game, he ends up just saying, "Oh, I hadn't talked to my gang in so long. It's been a few years, a very long time." He tries to blur out what happened in 1907, as he greatly worries that could be the end of him, and ultimately, American Venom does lead to the demise of John Marston, as at the end of the mission, the credits roll, and during the credits, bit by bit, scene by scene, you can see Edgar Ross and Archibald Fulham on their journey to looking for John by searching for the breadcrumbs.
What are you doing here, Dutch?
Same as you, I suppose.
Dutch and I are teaming up once more. We got money. We got dreams. Join us, John. Join us.
Let her go.
Now, I can't do that, John.
Dutch. Dutch, come on now.
You shot at me, son.
You started.
You betrayed me.
I could say the same as you.
I was trying to do my best. You just cared for yourself.
I think differently.
Join us. Join us, John.
Let her go! She ain't well.
I don't want to kill you, John.
Arthur saved my life. More than once.
Arthur's been dead a long time. This is a new century.
Dutch. Dutch. We all did our best for you. Ain't our fault. Things turned out the way they did. Dutch, killing me won't solve nothing.
Put down your gun, Marston!
Say something, Dutch. Say something!
I ain't got too much to say no more.
You shot me. You shot me pretty good.
Thank you. You okay?
Fine.
You're crazy.
I hope so. Help me up.
Let's go get Charles.
There's money. Lots of money. In the cabin is Blackwater.
I'll go see.
Hurry up! I got a wedding I want to go to.
It's over, Abigail. It's all over.
I'm going to where the sun burns in the...
And then there is the final confrontation between Dutch, John, Sadie, and Micah. Many people that I've talked to about this scene, they say it's good, they say it's bad, they say it's eh. I kind of like it, and it lets you wonder many things, especially involving Micah, what he's been doing, same with Dutch. But one thing I want to quickly say is, if anyone's wondering, I know I should have mentioned this earlier on, but I want to explain why Micah didn't get TB, by the way, when he was fighting Arthur. And that's because it just depends on which ending you do. Help John or go for money. I mean, he loses his eye in one of the lose the money bits, encounter things, and depending on honor. I don't know whether it's high or low, but he loses an eye in one of them. But yeah, this scene is really powerful in my opinion, because in the best way to describe it, it sets up what will happen to John, as it's almost foreshadowing John will go back to kill Bill and Javier and soon Dutch. And I kinda like it. Micah is the first one he kills. The very first person he is sent to kill, but not because he is forced to by Edgar Ross. Instead, he does it at his own free will. The other three, on the other hand, that's another story. I know most people will say that, oh, there's a choice whether you kill Javier or not in the first game. I know. But basically, if you do let him live, he's basically gonna get killed. You know, he's gonna get killed either way by the government. And it's one of the main reasons Dutch just yeeted off of the mountain in the first game. And it's kind of also interesting as well, where I kind of find it funny. When Arthur dies, he dies on a mountain. Dutch dies by jumping off a mountain, and it's pretty funny. It's very funny in my opinion. I kind of like that kind of symbolism, I guess. But anyway, after Micah is killed and Dutch walks away, giving John a little stare, he ends up John ends up going inside the cabin, and he finds the money, which is presumably the money was from Blackwater, from the Blackwater ferry heist back in 1899, which then led up to the events of the Blackwater massacre, which unfortunately we don't get to see. But however, if you read Arthur's journal, you can actually learn a little bit about the events of the Blackwater massacre, and it's really interesting. I'd recommend doing that if you have a chance to in-game. But all in all, this is the end of the video. American Venom final mission. Most people already know the consequences. John, he'll end up dying in 1911, and Edgar Ross will be killed by Jack in 1914. But there's nothing I can really say now. I've pretty much said what I want to say, and yeah, I hope you guys somehow enjoyed the video. If you did, I ask that you leave a like if you made it this far, and if you didn't enjoy the video, then leave a dislike. I just want your honest opinion. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, it is its_Kane. The link will be in the description, along with my Discord server. And feel free to subscribe if you want to subscribe. I'm not going to force you, but a subscription is very much appreciated. I'll be doing more Red Dead stuff later on down the road. But for now, I think it's time we take a break from Red Dead Redemption story. Anyway, it's been been me, Kane, and I'll see you all in the next one.